Hello, I'm Chris Hughes with CarolinaPreps.com, and we're here at the 2012 Martin Luther King Day Tournament at the Greensboro Coliseum. Full slate of high school games today. I'm joined here with our CarolinaPreps.com basketball analyst, Justin Byerly. Justin, tell me about some of the games that we've got going on and some of the top players that are here today.
Right now we got, coming up, we got Christ School playing Norfolk Christian. Shaden Hill, 6'7" junior, committed to Alabama. Norfolk Christian's school, James McAdoo from North Carolina now, played at. They're a little down this year, but still should be a good game. The game just got done. We had Monte Brandon going to FSU. I think he had 17 or 18 points for Westland. They played Greenfield School, which has Sam Hughes going to UNCA and Aaron Roundtree going to Wake Forest.
Looking at the basketball events and stuff with 2012 and high school basketball, tell us a little bit about what you do with Carolina Preps and about the scores. We've got a pretty big following now on Twitter, and also tell us a little bit about your top 40 rankings.
Yeah, what I try to do is I try to get as many games as I possibly can. Always traveling. I try to keep in touch with a lot of the kids and the coaches to see which schools are going after who and which ones are getting the most interest. The top 40 is just based on the players I've saw play and just from the coaches' input with schools or looking at them, and I just put all that together, come up with a ranking for the top 2012, top 2013.
Right, and Justin's done a phenomenal job. As soon as I walked up, I've got a Hall of Fame level coach here with me, Andy Poplin, led Concord to a state championship. Had some terrific players that are still playing at a high collegiate level at Concord.
People think I can coach is because I had some high level players, that's for sure.
And as soon as Andy walked in, he saw Justin and immediately gave Justin the superstar treatment. I think Justin's become somewhat of a hero here amongst the high school coaches in North Carolina. Just the information, the overload of stuff he's put out on Twitter has just been a phenomenal resource for coaches within the state. But moving to you, Andy, tell us a little bit. You haven't coached now for a couple years. I know you're very busy with your own basketball camps. You may even be working with Carolina Preps a little bit more in the future. But kind of tell the fans out there and the viewers what you've been up to.
Yeah, just still really a basketball junkie, coaching for AAU for the Chris Paul All-Stars. So that's really more what I'm doing now, is just looking at the class of 2014, those sophomore kids. I'm going to coach a 16 and under team this year. So really just a basketball fan, basketball junkie, going around watching games, trying to pick out some kids I think can play AAU at that level.
Right. Now, being a former high school coach and coming to these events, what's it like being an AAU coach? I mean, do you interact with a lot of coaches around the state and talk about the different talent? I mean, you're scouting out kids here. What is it you look for in a game out here?
I really still, a lot of AAU coaches don't go through the high school coaches, but I still really enjoy talking to the high school coaches and networking with those guys, trying to find kids. But there's so many good players, and basketball, there's so many schools out. You know, it's not just the public schools anymore, it's the private schools, and there's so many schools to really keep up with the players. You got to try to get to as many games as you can, but you got to network. You got to follow guys like Justin, try to keep up with the scores and who's going where, and really that's the only way to keep up with it. You can't get to enough games. But just trying to network guys like that really helped me out.
Right. Now, it's been a couple years. You were highly successful at Concord, Mount Pleasant before Concord. Any chance that we'll see you back at the high school level?
Well, if God points me in that direction, I try to just say, my time at Concord was great, and if it's meant to be, if a situation comes up, I really don't want to move. My parents and my family are in Concord, so I'd like to stay around the area. I've had some opportunities to move away, but I'd like to stay around, and I really enjoy coaching AAU. It's a lot less stressful. I don't get as many gray hairs doing it 25 hours a day, so I'm undefeated this year, walking around watching games, so just having fun, right now.
Great. Well, thanks again for CarolinaPreps.com. This is Chris Hughes.